Here's the bottom line. They invited me. It was for our soldiers, and I said I'm going. And I really don't even know where I'm going, to be honest with you. Somewhere in Kuwait.
What do you hope to accomplish?
I hope that I can let the troops know how much we love them and care for them and care about them, and that there's a lot of people, back home praying for them and that kind of thing.
And your family has a military background?
A little bit.
What the release said?
Catherine's dad it was a Green Beret, and Catherine's brother, Billy, is an Air Force colonel. And Chappie, actually, former Marine. And, they were kind of brothers-in-laws and not stepdad. My mom's brothers were all in the I don't know, World War II, probably Korea, I guess. All of her brothers served in the military. And I'm not sure if any of my dad's brothers did or not.
If you ever get a chance to go, there's quite a bit of military presence in Georgia, the state of Georgia. You ever get a chance to go visit with any of those guys?
I have spoken at a couple of breakfasts and a luncheon. Fort Stewart I was at not long ago when they went on their third tour to Iraq. I had a chance to be at a luncheon for them. I actually got to fly there and back in a Black Hawk helicopter. That was pretty exciting, special.
How does what they do, because a lot of the guys that you'll be seeing over there will be the same age as the guys that you coach here. What is it?
There's a lot of similarities, There's strategy, there's tactics, there's all types of things as far as training. There's discipline. There's a bunch of guys that got to do it right for everyone to succeed. But the greatest difference by far is they're fighting for our country. They're fighting with a lot more on the line than we're fighting for. When we lose, we might get fired, or a kid may lose a job, or kids can get hurt, and every once in a while, a kid can die playing football, no doubt. But what's at risk is much greater. And football, we play home and away games, and we don't want our military to play a home game, so we want all. So it's just so much different, really. There's similarities, but when you go to the total cost of what they're risking, for us, it's not even close.
Do you ever think about the similarities in age, how the...
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you talk to a commanding officer about the types of things he deals with is very much the same that we deal with. Just the same kind of issues, just young guys trying to, do the right thing, but also playing a very, we're playing a physical game, and they're not even, they've got a very serious job to do.
Hey, just out of the blue, with your family's military background, did you ever consider a military career?
Well, like I said, my dad, I barely knew my uncles that were in the military. It wasn't like there was a lot of that background as I was growing up. I married into a lot of the military background we were talking about. And my mom would tell me about her brothers, but I really never spent any time really talking about that kind of thing.
Your assessment?
Didn't cross my mind.
Your assessment of spring practice today?
Spring practice today, well, I thought that there was a good amount of energy in the practice again. I do think we're competing. There's no question the defense is still ahead by a good margin. Most of it's happening up front. We're not getting the QB center exchange very well offensively. We're just not able to provide a lot of space for runners and time for passers right now. So it's a little bit frustrating, I'm sure, for the offensive skill people to wonder what can be. When you have pass skeleton, there's no rush. You still get to work on those types of things, and they're throwing and catching just fine, and they're doing things just fine. But right up front right now, we're probably a little further behind this year than we were a year ago. And we got a ways to go.
So Caleb,
yeah, Caleb's knee was bothering him, and we did do the MRI, and there's nothing really serious. It's just sore.